Not sure I remember how to do combat. It's been like 2 or 3 sessions, I think. How far have you gotten in Baldur's Gate? Yeah.
Hmm.
Cool. I'm getting close to the end of Act 1 now. I haven't been playing that much.
I only have the final boss left myself.
Mm-hmm. I thought about you guys. I saw a thing on YouTube. It was a speed run to the bear sex. Somebody did it in like under a minute or something like that. It's like they ran right to it and did that one. No, that'd be Hag.
Oh, please don't bring
yeah,
that up
there.
again.
I mean, it's kind of cool how they like go deep into the lore of everything. But I just hit 90 hours. Yeah, the game is huge. I'm gonna probably beat it tonight.
Wow.
Man, there are so many interesting things. Oof. Can't wait for you guys to figure it all out. Especially if you know a bit about the lore of Dungeons and Dragons and their monsters, then everything makes perfect sense. Oh yeah, there's lots of ideas in there.
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
That's a goal. Oh, your face here. Some other shit. Morning. Hello. It's early. But it's 8:34 on the 20th of August, and we're gonna play some D&D. We are at session 62, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and this one is called A Fateful Encounter. Da, da, But we will do a recap with our lovely Arcadia, who is apparently Gravic's best friend now. I don't know. And then jump into it. If she's here. If she's not here.
In his dreams. So good morning from Fort Worth, Texas. We begin our session the evening of Monday, our 57th day together, with only 40 days of the Oath of Peace remaining. Amichus, if you remember, we just finished figuring out what happened during our giant blackout of Hangover. And we had just seen Honora in the basement of Sidon's temple. She had apparently freaked out, killed a few guards with her dagger, but she might have also bitten them, and both Arcadia and Gravic saw her teeth were pointy, and Gravic had whispered to Arcadia that he thought he knew what was going on with her. So as they walk back to the Pythor's palace, Amitrius dons his armor while Arcadia pulls Gravic aside and asks what is going on with Honora. He looks around cautiously, says it's kind of sensitive, and asks if she wants to talk about it in the open. So she says, if you want, we can go to my room in the palace. And he says jokingly, oh, so forward of you. And she just stares at him. His grin quickly fades and he agrees to go to her room. In his room, he asked her if she's ever heard about vampires, and she has never heard of them. And he pulls out his book and consults his musings on them. He tells her that they are undead that feed on the blood of the living with sharp teeth, similar to what Honora was showing. There are varying kinds of them, and he has had some experience with them, and he thinks Honora might be suffering from vampirism. He asks if she has met new people from strange lands recently, and she says Lord Bluehaven. He thinks that they should keep an eye on the both of them. He asks if Honora is paler than usual or if she has any wounds on her neck. And Arcadia recalls that she saw a bandage that she had tried to hide on her neck during the feast after the great games were over. Gravic says that's a bad sign because vampires are made, not born. The vampire will feed on an individual and let them feed on them, which usually leads to the victim becoming a vampire. He says that vampires are very charming, and Honora might not know that this is happening to her. Time is of the essence because Honora is getting married the next day. He explains that vampires will then drink other creatures' blood. And so he tells Arcadia that she needs to try to find Honora and see what's going on. So she finds her getting fitted for a wedding dress in the throne room. And she asks to speak in private. Arcadia tells her she's concerned about her physical transformation. And when pressed, Honora tells Arcadia that she thinks her mother is a dragon, because when she gets really scared or angry as of late, she feels very strong and her teeth change. And she's asked Bluehaven to give her medicine, which he does through a syringe in her neck to knock her out when she's in this out of control state, so she's not a danger to others. Honora met Bluehaven about 2 months ago, and Arcadia says she's concerned about her, and Honora tries to get her to try on a dress for the wedding, and Arcadia says, I'll think about it, and leaves. And as Arcadia exits, Gravic is crouched over with his ear against the door and quickly jumps back and tries to act nonchalant as he whistles to himself. They go back to her room and she basically tells him everything Honora just told her. She was very sneaky because Honora said, would you promise you can't tell anybody? But Arcadia managed to evade not promising. Gravic has never heard of anything like this, and he's not even sure why Bluehaven would have a medicine for this, as he's not even from these lands. But he doesn't know because he himself is a stranger in this land, and he's not sure how demigods work. And actually, Arcadia is privately concerned that if the pointy teeth could be a sign of being part dragon, as you know, she is Pythor's daughter, who is a dragon, and she is worried that this might be happening to her eventually. Gravik and Arcadia agree that it's not enough information to stop the wedding, so they go to Demetrius's room to talk to him. And when they get to his room and enter, they find him scraping sweat from his body and putting it into a large jar, which shocks Gravik. He freezes in place with his mouth slightly agape, then turns and walks out of the room. When Arcadia explains to Demetrius what Gravik's theory is about a vampire, he says, "Are you telling me that Honora is what? An undead monster? That's ridiculous!" And out from the closed door, you hear Gravik say, "I'm not the one scraping sweat into buckets." But Demetrius thinks it's nonsense. He's talked to Bleative, and he doesn't like him, but he thinks he's just a guy. So when they make a deal, Demetrius can sense the undead through his divine sense, and they're going to ask him to use it on Bluetaven and Honora at the pre-wedding feast, and if he is not undead, or if they are not undead, Arcadia and Gravik will drop it. We go to Corbin's room, and we find a kilt hanging on his doorknob and some strange noises coming from inside, and before Arcadia can stop him, Demetrius knocks. We hear some complaining before Corbin opens the door and grabs his kilt. And Demetrius starts to go inside, but Corbin closes the door. You hear a few things that he says, and we find Versi inside when he opens the door, and Corbin says, "The Oracle was having a vision." When we have to go outside to wait for Versi to get dressed, and Demetrius has no recollection that Versi told us to look for Gravik. And when Arcadia reminds him of that, he says, "Oh, so that's why you've been hanging out with this wizard. I just thought you had like a fancy for this guy, because I'm pretty sure I saw you two enter your room for quite a while." Gravik just raises his hand, no. And Demetrius says, "I guess I was wrong then. You actually had a reason to be with him. I thought he was some kind of Amazon boy toy or something. I hear you women kidnap your mates." Gravik is like, "Demetrius, shut up." We go back in and see Versi, and she says, "Oh, you found him." And Arcadia says, "Yes, so now what? What are we supposed to do with him?" And she says, "I mean, he is destined to help you. I know he doesn't look much and kind of young, but..." And Arcadia's eyebrows go up. "You mean he's supposed to join us?" And so we find out that she has a prophecy for him. And it is, "I see that you are destined to find your way home. But first you must find the lost treasure of the Dragonlords." He does not have a constellation attached to him like the rest of us do. And the lost treasure of the Dragonlords is sealed in a prison in the Nether Sea. The only person who knows where that exact spot and location is one Estor Archelander. And Corbin explains we killed him, but Arcadia says we only banished him from this plane. If she recalls correctly, the only way to kill him was with his own sword, which she believes Lutheria has. And she says he's probably about the level of Gravik's vampire. And Versi says, "Know another thing. You are destined to find the White Book of Thylea. It gives information on how this land connects to other worlds, and that he might find it through the Lotus Witch, which we know is on the island of the Scorpion, or the Fates, which we're going to, or the Library of Yonder, which is where Chondros is from. But be warned, that whom you seek will find you." And Gravik was a little doubtful about Versi being so insightful, and she threatens to tell him something that only he knows, and he can't help himself, and he goes to whisper to her, "What secrets do you actually know about me?" And she whispers back, "I know what you are." Hearing that, he quickly leans back and takes 3 paces backward and says, "Understood. I think I've got all the details that I need to figure this out now. I'll see all of you at the wedding." And he quickly rushes out of the room. Unfortunately, none of us hear what they had said. Versi asks where we are off to next, and Arcadia says the Island of the Fates and asks for advice. Versi spits on the ground and tells us to take what they say with a grain of salt. They are divine beings who personify birth, life, and death of this land. She says, "Be careful what you say. If you think I'm cryptic, well, just be nice and pay attention and do exactly what they say." We find she has some connection to the fates with her powers, kind of yes and no, but will not elaborate on it. But her powers do not come from them. It is unknown if they are able to be killed, but according to them, they predate everything, even the 5 gods. Versi has met them once, but has nothing to say to those hags. But she says, I will say this. I know you like to chat and talk a lot of smack, she says to Ametrius. Who else? Especially to Pythor and my father. If you are seeking out and talking to the fates, be on your guard, because one of them will cut you down and think nothing of it. Corbin asks which one, and Versi says she calls herself Granny A. And Versi says, yes, the fates. Supposedly they're the ones who killed, and she trails off, never mind, and she will not elaborate further. Arcadia says, so they can determine who lives and who dies, and she says, yes, they have a loom, and it has all kinds of threads on it. And they say that the threads are your life, and the length of the thread is how long you are to live, and the shears are what kills you. So when the life ends, they just cut the thread, and if you piss them off, there's nothing stopping them from cutting your thread right then and there. Excuse me. And if you are to, say, make a bargain with them or make a deal, make sure you get the terms and you do exactly what is asked, because they have a penchant for punishing those who break their deals. She will not come with us because she does not want to go anywhere near that island. As we leave, we find Gravik again with his ear against the door. Corbin takes advantage of this, and as the door closes, he says to Versi, oh, I can't believe what you told me about him, which causes Gravik to panic, and Corbin won't tell him anything. He says, she says you are a really nice guy. We go to the pre-wedding dinner. Kyra and Pythor are there. Pythor's beard is combed and braided, but he is wearing black goggles. Of course, Bluetaven and Honora are there, as are Aristodemus and Phoebe, the rich couple who we terrorized during our blackout. Corbin asks Gravik what vampires are weak against, or is there a way to identify them? Gravik says it depends on the strength of the vampire. They usually don't like sunlight, although we have seen Bluetaven in the sun. Stake in the heart will do them in, as well as beheadings. Supposedly, they don't like silver and garlic. They might not like garlic, but Gravik thinks it might be a myth. Corbin starts looking around the room for silverware and garlic. Ametrius looks around the entire table using his divine sense, and amazingly, Bluetaven comes back as celestial, same as Pythor and Kyra. Earlier, he had done that on Versi, and Honora and Versi come back as nothing. So Arcadia goes to Gravik and says, we got to drop it. Meanwhile, Corbin is stuffing as many garlic cloves as he can find into his bag. Bluetaven, there are speeches that are made. Eventually, Bluetaven stands and says, I know most of you know that I'm from distant lands, from Barovia. One of our toasts, we toast to our king of the land, King Panchasis, and here's to him and to all of us, and to a great merging of the lands. When confirming with Ametrius that Bluetaven is from Barovia, Gravik squints a little at Bluetaven, then falls silent. Arcadia says, yeah, Barovia, ring a bell? Gravik says, I've heard stories. I didn't think it existed. I hoped it didn't exist. What do you mean by that? Maybe that vampire idea is not off the table just yet. Gravik questions why Bluetaven came back as a celestial to Ametrius, and Ametrius begins to wonder if it's more just an indication of a type of creature rather than the fact that they might have godlike power. Gravik agrees to drop the vampire idea, but keeps his eyes focused on Bluetaven. And while he's doing that, Bluetaven looks at him, stands, and walks to him. He walks up and says, Volker Bluetaven, nice to meet you. Gravik Thorn, it's a pleasure to meet you. Your humble bard wizard. Bluetaven has a surprisingly strong grip. Whereabouts are you from? I know you're not from here, so whereabouts are you? I'm actually from Faerun. Oh, I've heard of that place. There's a land there called Thay, is there not? Yes, there is. But I've also heard of where you come from, I believe. Barovia, correct? That is correct. How is Lord Strahd? You mean Lord Conchasis. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have read it wrong in that book. Lord Strahd, I don't think I know that name. It must have been a mistranslation. And Gravik looks down at his hand, still clasped in Bluetaven's. You find that Bluetaven just came to see this land and happened upon Honora, who was disguised as Casey. One thing led to another, and she stole his heart. And Gravik says, "Oh, from what I've seen, she seems quite smitten by you as well. I wish you the best and a happy, long marriage." Yes, it will be quite long, I hope. Yes, I am sure it will. He tries to pull his hand. Gravik tries to pull his hand away, but Bluetaven does not let go, and Gravik doesn't fight it. Is there anything I can do for you, my lord? Oh, it's okay. I'm just glad to meet others from other lands. Maybe we could have a bite sometime. Oh, yes, I'd appreciate that. It would be wonderful to have a dinner with you, my lord. Yes, we can grab a bite to eat and discuss our lands some more. And they part ways, and Corbin puts a bunch of garlic in Bluetaven's food. And Bluetaven eats it. His eyes grow big. He swallows it, but then grabs a glass of water and drinks it. A younger, middle-aged man now comes up to Arcadia and asks if he can have the first dance later tonight because he was enthralled with her singing the night before. Of course, she does not recognize him as she doesn't remember anything that happened the night before. And Gravik steps in and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, but she already promised me her first dance for the evening." The man looks Gravik up and down. "You, patchy beard?" And Gravik deflates a little. "It's coming in. It's going to take a little while." And the man says, "Why don't you dance with a real man?" And Arcadia looks at him and says, "I don't dance with men." And the man says, "That's not what you did last night, but okay if you say so." Bloody Amazons, he walks away. Corbin hears this, and he steps in right before the man walks away. "That's okay, I'll dance with you." And Corbin tries to grapple him and dance at the same time so he can't get away. The man looks at him with surprise and then looks over at the Oracle. She does not appear to be paying attention, so then he looks at Corbin with a slight smile. He will not put up any fight at all, and they dance. Gravik looks confused by this display, but does his best to hold back a laugh as Arcadia suppresses a very small smile as she looks down into her plate, but no one notices. Corbin looks up to see the Oracle glaring daggers at the man, and Corbin quickly makes his apologies and goes to sit next to her obediently. Versi, "Did you have fun?" "Oh, just helping out a friend." "Don't do that again." "Yes, dear. Now go get me a drink." Corbin gets her a drink and spikes the punch bowl with garlic. We spend the night, wake up the next morning, the morning of the wedding. And when we head downstairs, we see a constable questioning one of the servants. Someone who was at the party last night was murdered, and they are trying to get the timeline. Demetrius suspiciously looks at Gravik, but Arcadia points out that the Oracle gave him the green light. And we found out that the man Corbin was dancing with the night before was the one who was murdered. His throat was slit from ear to ear. Arcadia looks at Corbin and says, "Versi wouldn't do something like that, would she? I mean, how jealous does she get?" Corbin looks for the carriage that will transport the couple, and he ties garlic and all over and plants silverware in the cushions. And then Versi comes out and says, "Did you hear there was a murder last night?" Very shocking. And supposedly this man's throat was slit from ear to ear. I don't know. I don't know why. Demetrius asks, "Was he missing any blood?" "There was blood everywhere. I guess he pissed somebody off last night." "Yeah. Oh, well." And she sips her tea and walks away. The wedding starts in an hour, and a female servant rushes to Arcadia and says, "Honora demands your presence right now." Arcadia sighs and follows her, finds her in her chambers in her dress, sitting on the floor crying. She is overwhelmed and not sure if she can do anything. It's so much to take in. She says, "Please tell me everything's going to be fine." "What do you have second thoughts about?" "Everything. Getting married, getting crowned queen. Everything's changing so much." "There's no rush to do either. If you want to give yourself some time, you can." But everything's all paid for and everything's all done and set up. I feel like I'd be letting everyone down. And what if I'm not a good wife? What if I'm not a good queen? What if I'm not a good mother? And her hand goes up to her mouth really quick when she says that. And we find out that she is pregnant. And Arcadia says she would make a good queen, but she would surround herself with people she trusts and who can guide her. And Honora says, like you. And Arcadia says, I'm not that much older than you and won't be here a lot, but I will help you when I can. Honora starts crying again and gives her a big hug and thanks her. Arcadia's arms are out to the side, but then she relents and gives her a hug back. Honora thanks her so much, stands up and straightens herself out and says, now, will you please help me get ready? And you're not wearing that, are you? It's a celebration. You got to wear something else. Arcadia sighs and says, what are you thinking? You find that Honora has a closet full of dresses tailored just to Arcadia's measurements, and they choose a very nice black strapless dress with a blue shawl. And then Honora asks Arcadia, what's the tea on you and Demetrius? Arcadia has no idea what a tea is. And she says, you guys, you've been traveling with each other for quite a while and you guys seem pretty close. And maybe I was just wondering if that's a little bit closer than I think. And Arcadia says, no. And Honora says, okay, and gives Arcadia a wink. The rest of the party is seated toward the front. Demetrius has a special centaur area off to the side. The cathedral is filling up. Arcadia walks up a side aisle in her dress and blue shawl. Gravik looks uncomfortable, but eventually looks at her and says, you look lovely. She makes an embarrassed-looking nod and looks straight ahead where the wedding party will be. Corbin nods approvingly. I've been trying to get her to wear a kilt for a while. I told you, Arcadia, you can still move in that dress, right? Demetrius looks like he doesn't really care. Oh, yeah, nice dress. The wedding bells peal. Everyone is singing. Pythor walks Honora down the aisle. Bluetaven is there, and Fargrim is officiating. He asks if anyone who wishes to stop the wedding, speak now or forever hold their peace. Pythor looks around glaring at everyone. Corbin takes his cue from Arcadia, who says nothing. Fargrim says, well, with the power vested in me and this staff and, well, the 5 gods, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your woman, your bride. Cheers ensue. Corbin hands out a bunch of packages that look like rice, but is really mixed with chopped garlic. People wonder what the smell is. They look at Demetrius accusingly, who frowns because he smells like a dandy. He's super perfumed. The coronation, which happens later in the day, is even bigger, and now the whole land is out lining the streets. Pythor, who is now very sober, makes a speech and is crying, saying he's giving up his daughter, that she'll make a good queen, and that Bluetaven will make a fine king in waiting. There's another feast that evening, but there is no garlic because it has all been stolen. We overnight, and the next day we head to the Ultros. Everyone thanks us, and we are followed for autographs. As we approach it, Gravik starts looking around for another smaller, decrepit-looking thing and is shocked to see the glorious Ultros is at our disposal. Demetrius explains that he is the captain of it and that it is a magic ship that can traverse enormous distances in short amounts of time. And as we board the ship, and as soon as Gravik steps foot onto it, he gets extremely cold. And the entire party hears, what in the fuck is this piece of shit doing on my ship? And we look in horror as Estor Archelander, the Forsaken, the ghost that we had formerly banished from the ship, appears. We end the session and begin ours on Tuesday, the morning of our 58th day together with 39. Wednesday, our 59th day together with 38 days of the Oath of Peace remaining.
Hey, make it sound so ominous with Esther coming back.
Just a blue flaming skull.
Yeah.
Really a nice guy.
Yeah, take a look at that, Gus.
He's a real nice guy.
That's the guy who knows where your treasure of the Dragonlords is.
Just misunderstood. He just needs a hug.
He seems like he could be persuaded with. Seems... No.
I think... How did you guys defeat him last time?
I think I smashed my face into him repeatedly until he surrendered.
Kyra resurrected us.
Well, Well, yeah, it was only after Kyra gave us basically the equivalent of a long rest because we were dying, and then he changed into that.
So yeah, he appears, says what he says, and is glaring right at Gravik. Reactions, anyone?
I will also look at Gravik.
Gravik will look very confused and a little uncomfortable, but just kind of like look over his shoulder at the group, like, "Is this your quartermaster? He seems to give off that kind of vibe. I've met a few in my day."
And Arcadia puts two. Well, she might put two and two together, and she goes, "Is this the person you're looking for? The one that the Oracle said would come find you?"
She says that to Gravik.
Yes, she says that to Gravik. And by the way, Demetrius is the one who kills him originally. His spiritual weapon flies towards his hand and hits Estor on the head. And as Estor goes down, he looks around and glares and says, "This isn't the end," before disappearing. That's what happened.
Then I'll say, how many times do I have to put you down, Estor?
And he says, "Shut up, slave."
What's your business with this strange wizard?
Definitely the quartermaster.
Business? I have no business with this putrid being.
Then why did you appear? Why are you talking to him?
As he knows what he did.
I will look at Gravik accusingly.
Is he not
Gravik?
what?
Is he what?
Is he not what? What did he say?
He knows what he did.
What did...
Yeah, he knows what he did.
Oh, thank you.
Gravik will raise his hands up and just like try to look as confused as possible. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Can you explain to me what's going on?
Don't try to give me that bullshit. You know what you want. You know why you're here.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Arcadia looks at Gravik and she says, "You better start telling the truth if you want to be with this party."
I've not lied to you once since I've gotten here. Why'd you question the... What are you exactly? Are you undead?
And so he, I also meant to point out that he is, was it incorporeal? He's not materialized, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
But so when he said that, he'll fly through you.
Gravik will quickly turn, looking like death had just... Someone had just walked over his grave, essentially, as he turns to follow where he's going. Is he...
I will say... Oh, sorry.
No,
I'll say,
go ahead.
I'm with Arcadia. Start talking, wizard.
I'm a wizard from Faerun. I somehow ended up here, and I...
Enough with this nonsense talk about Faerun and false gods. You clearly know Esther, so why don't you confess?
I don't know this thing. Esther, what?
Esther, this wizard names you a liar.
Yes, I do. No offense.
Thorn. I know your ancestors. They were very let's just say that they were less than nothing. And you have that stench upon you.
I admit I've traveled for quite some time. I do not bathe as much as I should. It's but what do you know about my ancestors? How do you know anything about me? I'm not even from these lands.
And he'll cock his head, and he will start laughing. You can lie all you want, boy. I know what you are.
I am your humble bardic wizard. That is all I am. He's like, he'll turn to the group and just kind of like uncomfortably chuckle, laugh.
I don't
And
believe you.
Arcadia will say, "What is he?" to Estor.
Had anyone bloodless lately?
Arcadia looks at Gravik and says, "Is this why you know so much about vampires? Because you are one?"
Obviously not. I mean, I'm out in the sun, aren't I? And garlic doesn't affect me, so he's gonna look over at Corbin and just like, right?
I will insight check him because the garlic didn't work on the other guy either.
And I'll say, don't bother. He's not a vampire. I
And
already
as he
sensed
says-
that he is a normal human. Or whatever he is.
And as
he
he
is alive.
says that, excuse me, and as he says that, Arcadia will say, "Then why did you drink a pint of blood at the seedy bar the other night?"
And I'll say that's not weird. I drink blood as well sometimes.
What are you talking about? How would you remember if I did that anyways? None of us remember what happened last night.
Corbin will
No,
point
no.
accusingly at him. You're hiding something. I know it.
And Arcadia will say, "Oh, I might not remember, but the bartender sure did, because that's what you ordered from him." And she looks at Demetrius and said, You drink blood too? You just grab a pint of it and toss it down every once in a while?"
No, but remember that dragon that we killed? I saved some of
Yeah,
his
that's-
blood and I drink it every now and then so that I get its power. Obviously. It's normal. Centaurs drink blood all the time.
I'm sure it was just red wine. I probably just embellished what I ordered.
You are lying, wizard!
I'm not lying. This is very uncomfortable. Why are you all getting very accusing all of a sudden?
So that barkeeper lied to us when he said that you were drinking blood.
So, to be honest, didn't you guys destroy his bar?
I have an idea. If the next thing you say isn't some grand reveal of a secret, I'm going to attack you.
What? He's gonna
That's
like
right.
take
I want
he's
the
gonna
truth,
take
or
a
I'm going to attack you.
he's gonna take a few paces back.
And when he says that, Esther says, "Go figure. The slave horse wants to attack people."
I will look offended, but also a bit chastened. And like, watch your mouth, Astor. I killed you once, and I can do it again.
So so if I'm piecing this together, you are not exactly friends with this Estor guy, so why are you taking his word for anything? He might just be trying to sow division between us.
Because you just lied to me.
I'm not lying.
You said that you didn't drink blood, but the barkeeper says you did.
Why do you believe the barkeeper? It was probably just
Why
red
do you
wine.
drink blood? Is it for the same reason I do, or...
I don't drink blood.
I will do insight check on him. See if I believe him.
Okay.
Corbin will advise you not to believe him.
As
And
things start to kind of like get worse, like more intense, he's gonna start like Gravik's gonna start like inching towards the mast.
I was advancing on him clearly with the intent to punch him, but since I seem to believe that he doesn't drink blood, I'll be like, well, you know, if he says he doesn't drink blood, he is out in the sun.
Yeah,
And I don't sense him as an undead, so...
yeah, and you don't even believe in vampires anyway, so what are you getting all upset about, Demetrius?
I'm not upset that you may or may not be a vampire. I'm upset that you're keeping secrets.
I'm not
Possibly
keeping them.
deceiving us.
I'm not deceiving you. I swear on all the gods that I am not deceiving any of you.
Fine. And I will drop the matter for now.
And on all the guys he
want to.
doesn't believe in.
Yeah, I was just saying that means a lot.
Well, I'm not telling you where it is.
Gravik's gonna like take a breath, like, oh, wait, what? Why wouldn't you? Well, I suppose you're not exactly the friendly type, so. How about a hint then?
It's not like you'll ever make it in, anyways. Look at you.
Gravik will inspect himself. What?
He'll fly through you again.
Stop doing that!
Tell you what. I'll tell you where it is, you little shit, but I get the first pick.
What would you even need anything for? Aren't you dead?
Does it look like I'm dead?
Kinda, yeah.
And his flames would grow bright for a second.
He'll like kind of raise a hand to block, like, to protect, shield his eyes. Like, it's okay to be like dead. I mean, everyone eventually becomes dead.
I'll tell you where it is, but I get the first pick.
That's what. No, you might take what I need. So no.
I don't give a fuck what you need. If you want if you want to know where this treasure is bad enough, you'll let me have first pick.
Well, I'll tell you what. You live on this ship, right?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
I don't know how he appeared here, but he's not on the ship. He's not part of the crew. He's our mortal enemy.
Yes, okay, well, you can materialize here anytime you want, correct?
He just stares at you.
I'll take that as a yes. Let me think on that for a little while. Is that sound okay?
He just continues staring at you.
How about you just get him to tell you where the treasure is? What even is the treasure? What are we talking about here?
You didn't tell them. Go figure. Tip of the thorn.
That's fine.
And I've reassumed my earlier threatening attitude towards Gravik.
First pick, wouldn't you be able to tell me what you're interested in taking, would you?
He continues to stare at you.
You're not going to any treasure without telling us what you're talking about right now.
1 second, Demetrius. I'm having a conversation. The adults are talking.
I will step in front of him and talk to Estor, and I will say, Estor, what's he talking about?
Like he said, horse, this is between me and him.
Okay, now Demetrius is getting upset. And he will draw his pole arm and he says, Alright, Estor, I think you've been on board long enough. It's time to give your ship back to its new owner, me.
Gravik will put his hand on the hilt of the halberd and try get him to lower it, but he's so much weaker than Demetrius, so he just kind of struggles. That's okay, Demetrius. Just let me have this moment with him. We're working something out.
And roll a persuasion check.
Arcadia would say, let's not escalate this. It was...
I will calm down and I'll say, fine. But you and Estor better start showing me some respect. And I will walk away.
Maybe someday, he kind of whispers under his breath. Okay, first pick. Fine.
Will you swear an oath to this?
Would Gravik know the significance of oaths here at this point?
I would say you've been here long enough that you would know, yes.
Yeah. That's... How about just my word? No need for oaths.
I don't take the word of a thorn.
That's unfortunate. Well, what kind of oath did you have in mind?
Swear an oath to allow me first pick of the treasure.
From what I've gathered from knowing you for just this very short of time, I kind of get the impression that you're going
Corbin
to
would speak up and say, "Is there anything of mine in that treasure, Arcanlander?"
Well, you should know. Oh, did they not tell you?
I'm getting a little old, as are you. I forget things sometimes. You cannot have anything that is mine of that treasure.
There might be.
Demetrius is just standing off to the side, still listening, but not involved in the conversation.
I will try to think and see if I can remember anything about the treasure.
Okay.
Corbin, do you happen to know where this treasure is located? Or anyone else that might know that wouldn't try
to see if I know anything.
I'll say to Graphic, take the oath, boy. Trust me.
I'm not very...
Take the oath.
I don't like making unnecessary oaths, especially here.
Just take the
Arcadia
oath.
will say it's true, but Darcy did say the only person who knows where the exact spot and location of the treasure is Estor.
God damn it.
Did I remember anything?
Yeah, I was typing it because I was trying to say it, but I couldn't get over it.
I do remember a little of the tale of the treasure, but I don't know where it is.
Damn. Very well.
And since I am a Dragonlord, some of that treasure is mine, so I don't think you can make promises
Corbin,
to this man.
come on. Let him take the oath. Fine.
Fine. How does this work? How do I make an oath?
With your mouth.
Thank you, Demetrius. Very helpful.
What that mouth do?
No, enough with from the peanut gallery.
And Demetrius is like, how does this idiot not know how to make an oath? Come on.
Well, he is a thorn.
Getting a lot of disrespect here for some reason, but fine. I swear an oath to let you have first pick of the treasure.
It is done.
Yeah, just that easy, huh? He's gonna look at himself, like trying to figure, like see if anything's changed about him.
Oh yeah, if you break it, evil creatures will come and drag you off to a prison island. Or you'll become unable to eat, or something like that.
Sounds about right. So where's this treasure?
It's buried at the prison meant to contain a creature used by the, and he would do air quotes, by the gods as a weapon at the dawn of time. You will find it in the Nether Sea.
Nether Sea's a big place, man. Where?
Once you get closer, I will come back.
Seems like I could have thought on this a little bit longer. You didn't really give me any information that I didn't already know. But thank you, undead thing. I guess you can go now.
As you command, my lord, and he will disappear.
I will walk up to Graphic and say, yeah, I guess you didn't know how to swear an oath after all. That was the stupidest oath I've ever heard.
Yeah, we're not too big on oaths in Faerun. They don't exactly cripple you if you break them.
Maybe you should have thought about that. Maybe you should have said, in exchange for the treasure, I will let you have first pick. Now he has no reason to ever help you out. He'll still get his first pick from you.
Wait, you... this is like some kind of stupid monkey paw thing where I have to be very certain about my words?
Yes. I mean, your life is at play, so you should probably be pretty certain, or you will
You
die.
could have said something, Demetrius, before I...
Why would I say something? This is something even a child knows.
Yeah.
Corbin will say, it's okay, Demetrius. He said he could pick something. He didn't say he could keep it.
Also, I don't remember swearing an oath. Do you, Corbin?
No, I remember swearing that I would kill him if he took my stuff.
So, let's say we find this treasure and then beat the shit out of Graphic and just take it.
I cherish you all. And he's gonna like nod his head and like turn and walk away.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go find a bunk.
Well, remember we're on the ship. We're about to leave the city.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's in the capable hands of its captain. And he just goes below deck.
Stay out of my room, Gravik.
Yeah,
And,
that's what Arcadia said.
And as Graphic leaves, I will gather the rest of the party and I'll say, so, who trusts this guy?
I got a really bad feeling he was hiding something from us.
What about you, Arcadia?
No, there's something about him that I don't trust.
And you, Nico?
He seems too quick to defend himself.
Yeah, and he never told us why he's seeking the treasure or how he even knows of it.
He's just a treasure hunter, but who knows?
Just
I know
the
he knows
treasure
about the treasure
hunter.
because the Oracle told him about it. She said that's his prophecy. His
She said
destiny
that he
find
had
it.
to go find it. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So why did Esther seem to know him?
It can't be good though.
That's
Esther's
the
not
big
very nice.
He said something about his ancestors. That he knew his ancestors.
Maybe his
So I wonder-
ancestors are from. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe his ancestors are from Philia originally.
Does Corbin recall anything about ancestors named Thorn? I guess not.
No.
Never heard of the Thorns.
It's a strange name.
Corbin will show a little cache of garlic that he's still carrying around and says, even so, I'm going to try and get him to eat some of this.
Well, that aside, are we going to pursue his treasure and wants, or what are we going to do next?
I thought we were
Arcadia
going
will
to see the
say,
fates.
we are not in any position to get to the Nether Sea. That is Litharia's realm, and we have other things to do first. That's definitely down the line.
So I guess.
And she'll say, did you set the Antikythera to the constellation of the Bard?
Yes, that was the Islands of the Fate, right? Yeah, I did that.
Yes. I will remind people, and the Bard was Nicodemus's.
Ah.
Although this is strange because this it says it would bring us to the it's called the Island of Oathbreakers, but maybe it's the Island of the Fates as well. But his prophecy was during the First War, Polania, a famous bard, was captured by Lotharia, the goddess of dreams and death. Terrified as to her fate, Polania sang songs of dark humor that made light of the First War's atrocities, won Lotharia over, and so won her freedom. But as she departed, Polania grew overbold and tried to steal Lotharia's treasures. She was captured again and taken to the Island of Oathbreakers. There, Lotharia made her an offer. If Polania could make her laugh with one last song, then all would be forgiven. Before Polania could take up her lute, Lotharia reached out with her claws and ripped out the bard's tongue, forever silencing her beautiful voice. The 5 stars in the constellation of the bard remind us of Polania's tale. The 2 brightest are the singer herself. The next 2 symbolize her lute. The small flickering star between them all is her severed tongue.
All right, it's set.
All right. I hope. Cool. All right. So if you remember, it takes a boot 3 days. Prepare. It takes roughly 3 days journey from island to island, from place to place. So the I already added the gold. Don't worry.
What was? Oh, to both Demetrius and me the 275.
Yes.
Thank you. So you already added it.
I already added it. So the first night, our first day and a half, I would say, passes uneventfully.
Except I would say one thing. Except the one thing that Gravik wouldn't know this, but you notice you have always seen Arcadia up early doing her military exercises, and you do not see her doing that. That's all.
Interesting. Is she like hunkered down in her chambers?
Yeah, she usually sleeps upstairs, but she has gone downstairs.
Interesting.
I will go try and find her. I mean, it's a ship. You don't have much to do. So.
I'm keeping an eye on Gravik, and I'm trying to expose him to garlic wherever possible.
Can Gravik do a perception check to see if he notices this?
Sure.
Not real.
No.
So Gravik, for the most of this, will just be like sitting on the deck, writing in his book, completely oblivious of Corbin.
A journal.
Smelling heavily of garlic.
Can I find Arcadia anywhere?
So yeah, when you go looking for her, you hear very lovely harp music.
Okay.
And you end up finding that Arcadia is playing the harp. She's the one playing it.
And I will approach her, and I will wait for her to finish her set, and I'll say, not bad.
And the only other time you've ever really heard her play her harp was when she was trying to comfort Kyra. And actually, that was interesting. Like, after you killed Estor and she confessed, and she broke down and cried, saying that, you know, the reason why she's a trick is a joke so much is to cover up the anguish, because she knew that he was going to, that he was part of Corbin getting killed, and she knew about it, but she didn't do anything. So she was like distraught, and that is the only time you've ever heard her play the harp. That was the only other time.
But Amitrius doesn't think like that. He just thinks she's practicing the harp. So he's like, I play a little bit of drum, and Corbin plays a little bit of a strange instrument. Maybe we could play a song together sometime.
And she just looks at him and nods.
And I'll say, I was thinking about going to the gods, or the Oracle at least. Was the Oracle on board or not?
She is not.
And
No, she
was
doesn't want
Kyra
to
on
be
board?
anywhere near the Island of the Faints.
Ah, okay. What about Kyra?
Kyra is there.
Kyra's there, yeah.
I was thinking of going to Kyra and asking her if we can maybe do something about Estor's ability to just appear on the ship. Because, you know, I don't like that. Because Estor can show up at any time that we piss him off and just start attacking us again.
And she says, yeah, that's not a good thing. You'll have to tell me what she says.
And what do you think about our new guest, Gravik?
He's going to have to prove himself to me, even though the Oracle did say he's supposed to help us. That remains to be seen.
Yes. It shocked me a little bit that the Oracle just seems to be a regular human, or at least not godlike.
And she says, yeah, things are not what they seem. Ever, it seems, in this world.
I wonder when we're ever going to figure it out. Get all the answers. Corbin probably knows, but he can't tell. Well, I will go talk to Kyra.
And she nods. And resumes playing.
Yeah. I will go and try to find Kyra.
So you go down to Kyra's quarters, And you see that there is a do not disturb sign on the door, but you can't read.
Exactly. So I just knock on the door.
And you hear snoring coming from the other side.
I will frown and invade her privacy and open the door.
And you realize that this is the first time that you have seen Kyra passed out in her own quarters, and she sleeps in the nude.
I will raise my eyebrows, and I will think nothing of it, and I will walk over to her and gently grab her shoulder and shake her a little bit.
So
Kyra?
when you do that, she says,
Kyra, wake up. I will look around to see if she's been drinking or if she has like some other cause, or if she's just sleeping.
You do see a half-drunken bottle of booze, and she's still passed out.
I will. I don't feel like dealing with this, so I'm going to walk away. I'm going to slam the door shut behind me, and I'm just going to try in the evening.
Okay. So, Graphic, are you hiding out in your bed, or are you gonna go up onto deck? Or
He's up on the deck right now, kind of just sitting, writing in his book, probably transcribing what happened with Escanor, with basically the whole party and what just happened the days before.
Okay. So you see on top of this deck, there's a bunch of different humans and the dock workers or the ship workers. But you also notice that there are two tieflings. I would think, yeah, he would know what a tiefling is. So there are two tieflings on board, and a male and a female. And the female kind of flies up and asks, "What are you?"
He'll pretend like he doesn't hear her as he's still entranced with his book.
Hello.
He'll kind of raise an eye towards her, but quickly look back down at the book.
What are you?
He'll try to ignore her, but after a moment, just kind of snap the book closed and just what are you?
I'm a tiefling.
Oh, that's interesting. How long have you been a tiefling for?
I don't know. I guess since I was born.
Oh, that's interesting. What's it like?
It's kind of fun. I get to fly. I can, do all kind of sorts of tricks.
What? He just nods, faking a really big smile, just hoping that he redirected this conversation from him completely. Oh, that's quite interesting. What's it like being able to fly?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I could teach you sometime if you want.
I don't think I have the equipment to fly, unfortunately.
Oh, we could make you fly.
I don't know how to take that, but I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate the offer.
Where'd you get your coat?
He looks and inspects his coat. It was gifted to me by my guardian before I left on my journey.
I like that coat.
Thank you. I like it myself too.
Can I have it?
No.
But I like it.
That's great. Maybe someone can make you one just like it.
Will you do that?
I'm not really good with a needle and thread, unfortunately.
But I want one.
I'm sure the next town we come in, you can find yourself a tailor, and you can specify what you want, and they'll make it for you.
So you'll pay for it.
I did not say that.
But I want you to. And she kind of gives you a little devilish grin.
I'm sure you get paid well enough that you can pay for it yourself.
No, that's besides the point.
What is the point?
That I like your coat. And I want it.
It's my coat, unfortunately. He's gonna, like, try and scooch away a little. Was there anything else that you wanted?
So, how about we make a deal?
Is this anything like an oath?
No.
What kind of deal?
I'll teach you to fly after you give me your coat.
Again, I don't have the wings. I don't see how I'd benefit from that.
Oh, you can still fly.
Explain how?
Oh, that's trade secret.
I'm afraid I cannot. You see, this coat has a lot of sentimental value to me.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I tried. Have a nice day, bye! And she will walk away.
I'm just gonna, like, sigh, like... Are all these people... This is a strange land.
And you'll hear Doc Walker say, "What do you mean, you people?"
You know exactly what I mean. Am I doing business?
Jeez, you don't have to be so mean about it. God. And he'll go back to scrubbing the poop deck.
Bro, I'm that Baldur's Gate 3.
Uh-oh.
Damn foul bloods.
I think I lost connection for a second.
After being disturbed so oddly, Gravik's going to walk towards the mast and start trying to climb it to get up to the crow's nest so he can be undisturbed from now on.
And you'll see a short man up there. And he has, telescope, not a telescope, what the hell's that thing called? Binocular.
Yeah.
Spyglass.
Yeah, spyglass, thank you.
He'll kind of, like, not too surprised to see somebody up there, but he'll just be like, do you mind if I stay up here for a little while?
He looks you up and down. What the hell you do? As long as you keep that ghost away.
I don't think I have any control of that, but I will do my best to persuade him not to come.
Corbin will use his power of illusion to make it look like there's a giant bag of garlic up there.
Gravik will, like, look at it like, interesting choice of snack while you're up here.
He looks at you and says, "Oh." And then the guy will try to go and reach for it, and obviously it won't work.
As he sees that it's an illusion, he's gonna, like, start looking around to see who was the caster. See if he can spot Corbin.
I will hide.
Oh, wow. You hid really well.
No, it works. You see him.
Wow!
So he's gonna, like, narrow his eyes at Corbin, but not say anything as he, like, tries to find a comfortable position to sit in the crow's nest and starts looking into his book again.
Okay.
I'm guessing, like, Corbin must have, like, slipped on the wet deck and just, like, slammed face first into the deck and just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's... No, not, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's funny. People will start kind of laugh at him.
Yep. You were looking the other way, and you still somehow saw me.
Bird shit in his eye.
Good one, Grease Lightning.
Damn.
Nobody here knows that name.
Well, you don't know how rumors work. Someone might have come on board.
Exactly, but who knows if some of those people are on shore leave?
I'll go up to whoever said that, and I will body slam them.
What the hell?
I meant it as a compliment, man.
This is how I say thanks.
Take your body slam people. Thank you.
Alright, so that would be the first day, first evening. Kyra finally makes her way up onto the deck. she's drinking a cup of coffee and has a sandwich.
I'll approach her and I'll say, I'm glad you're enjoying the many luxuries the Ultros has to offer, Kyra.
Do you have to be so loud?
It's evening.
And?
I have a few questions, if you have the time.
Hearing that she's kind of hungover, I'm going to try and soothe her with my bagpipes.
Good. Not the best, not the worst.
I'll say,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
a few days ago, Esther appeared on the Ultros again.
You mean yesterday?
Yes, yesterday, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
How can we stop that from happening?
Well, didn't I tell you how to kill him?
I think you did, but
we don't have the sword.
Okay. Just look it up in my notes.
We need that sword.
And she'll give a golf clap.
All right. Well, thanks. Sorry for wasting your time.
It's okay. We have plenty of time. We're on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
Yes.
From the crow's nest, you hear like, "Who the hell is playing that god awful music?"
Oh, yell up. What'd you say? Do you want to discuss your past?
If you stop playing that god awful song, maybe.
I will stop playing and I will climb the crow's nest to talk to him.
I was joking.
I'll yell up, Corbin, grab him and body slam him down onto the deck. It'll be funny.
I will go up to the crow's nest anyways, and I will. I'll ask the spyglass guy to leave for a moment.
And he looks at you, looks at Gravik, looks at you, looks at Gravik. Don't do no fuckery up here, please. And climbs down.
Let's see.
While everyone's talking to him, Gravik's gonna try and stealth away and climb down the other side of the crow's nest.
Like this, like 10 feet wide.
Ah.
Oh! So Gravik, as Corbin's talking to him, Gravik starts climbing down, and when the other guy starts coming behind him,
I'll stand underneath the netting and I'll point my halberd up at Gravik's ass as he's climbing down.
God.
I will try to grapple him when Demetrius points him out.
I mean, you got the other guy between you and Gravik?
Oh yeah, I'll
And
just
Gravik
let the
will be,
other
like,
guy
halfway
pass.
down?
I won't point at the other guy. I'll let the other guy pass first.
Well, Gravik was going down first.
Oh.
And then
I'll point at Gravik.
And then the other guy. It is a
I'll have the
crow's
other
nest.
guy climb back up to the crow's nest, and I'll climb down.
This guy's like, up, down, up, down.
Okay, so what is Gravik currently trapped in between of right now? He's Halberd and the guy that was climbing down?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll say, if Corbin wants to talk to you, don't you think it's rude to walk away from a famous hero like him?
Oh, well, you were just suggesting that he body slammed me off the crow's nest.
I grab him and I try to hold him out with one arm like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So you're climbing down a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
A net.
I didn't say it was
Use a net.
wise.
So you're climbing down this ladder up the crow's nest. You're
I'm holding on with one arm and I'm grabbing him with the other.
So you're not gonna be able to grab him by the leg, but I guess you grab him by the arm?
I mean, Corbin has super strength.
Yeah. Can I try and do like a deck save to slip out and just kind of like drop the rest of the way down to the deck?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I need a roll to see if you can actually grab him.
Oh, I rolled an 18. It's right above it.
I see Corbin 3, perception.
Oh,
Demetrius,
here, I'll do it again.
Okay. Sir, you grab him. I don't know how this would work realistically, but sure.
I kind of grab him and like dangle him over Demetrius's halberd.
And when you're doing that, the female tiefling will kind of fly over. Bet you wish you could fly now, don't you? And we'll fly away.
Welcome on the Ultras graphic.
I will say, Gravik, start talking or I'll kill you last.
Talking about what? What is wrong with you people?
You're hiding things from us.
I'm not hiding anything.
As for what's wrong with me, I'm just bored.
Oh, that makes sense. The simple things amuse simple minds.
I will poke up at him and threaten to almost stab him. But not quite. I'll pull back at the last second.
Corbin will say, I know you were hiding things the other day, Gravik.
What? What exactly do you think I'm hiding?
I know you're hiding something. You weren't telling Arkenlander the truth back there.
What?
About the blood.
It was wine, probably.
I will try to persuade him to talk to me, that I know what I'm talking about.
Of course, it just occurred to me that Gravik wouldn't remember ordering blood anyway, because he was blacked out too.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at persuading today.
Why would you believe you trash that bartender's bar? Why would you believe anything he has to say to you? He probably just wants to cause chaos between us.
I've become bored with this conversation, and I just drop him onto Demetrius.
I'm going to step aside, let him faceplant the deck.
You let him hit the deck.
Guess I'll try to do a dex check to see if I don't.
I'm not gonna stand there and let this guy fall on my face. Hell no.
So when you drop him, amazingly, he lands gracefully on his feet.
He's gonna like pull his coat down, like smooth out his coat, and look up like, "Did we just drop this now?"
I did.
So as this is going on, you hear someone scream.
Okay, from where?
From the deck.
I will
Below
rush
or
towards.
Above. Or like the same deck you're on.
I will
me
look
see.
in the
Well,
direction.
no, because Arcadia is below deck, so she can hear this, I guess.
Look in
Or
the
does she
direction
hear
of the
this?
stream.
She's in a room. She's in a room if she's found it.
Probably.
I'm guessing she probably doesn't hear
She
it.
wouldn't hear it then.
Okay. I'll roll perception just in case.
No.
Where are the other party members? Are they torturing a member of the crew as well?
I'm not sure what Nico would be doing.
Nico's too nice for that.
Gravik will look to see where the scream is coming from.
So it's one of the crew members, and he's pointing up into the sky.
I will look up.
So will Gravik.
So streaking quickly across the sky is a bright ball that is ablaze, and it grows larger and larger. It seems like it's coming right for the ship. And as it passes overhead, you can feel the heat, and it lights up the entire sky. And then some distance away, it crashes into the sea.
I'll immediately direct the crew to sail towards it and to drop the anchor there.
Okay. So the ship changes course. You go and land, drop anchor, and you can see that this is pretty far down into the ocean, but it still gives off some kind of an eerie light, making its resting place easy to spot beneath the waves.
All right, I will gather the party and ask Nico to cast the water breathing on us.
we seriously going to go down and find out what this flaming ball of death was?
What part about heroes don't you understand?
Well, I suppose dead heroes are heroes all the same.
Wouldn't be the first time I've died.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Me either.
I definitely chose poorly.
Don't worry, you get used to it after about 400 years.
Do you, do all y'all, does anyone go and get Arcadia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would gather everyone off the party.
Would she want to be disturbed?
I mean, I would be pretty insistent that it's an emergency.
You find her sleeping, even though it's
Yeah,
like
I would
6 a.m.
rouse her. I would rouse her and trigger her Amazon trap, instantly suspending me from the ceiling.
Yeah. Dagger at your throat.
Yeah, just like a little tripwire that just shoots daggers.
Corbin
I
will
would
say,
just,
yeah. Careful,
seriously
Demetrius. When she shakes you awake, she tries to kiss you.
I would just probably slap her or throw water on her if she's hard to wake. Else I would just shake her.
Give her shaken baby syndrome.
The old standard,
Yeah.
gear up. There's business afoot.
And when
Gravik
you
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
shake her, you just see that, like, her natural reaction is she has a dagger next to her and she sits up really fast with it ready to hit you, and then she sees who you are.
After the 12th time of waking Arcadia up over these many months and getting a dagger at my neck, I'm not even surprised, or I don't even flinch anymore. And I'm just like, there's business up, we need you on top.
And she comes up, and she's not wearing her armor.
Alright. I've already left the room. I'm going to Nico's.
Nico does the 10-minute ritual, and everybody gets water breathing for 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, he's doing the ritual. Gravik will inspect the water. How deep does this flaming ball appear to be down?
Deep.
Okay.
Don't worry, the spell lasts for 24 hours.
Okay, while this is going on, Gravik will find a pinch of dust on around the deck and also a drop of water, and he will cast Control Water as and keep concentration up on that for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So that's
Right.
so that's level 4. Okay.
So
What's the hell is
Arcadia,
that,
when
Gravik?
she... Go on, Gravik. Corbin asked you what that was.
What was that?
What spell is that you're casting?
It allows me to control water within 100 feet.
In what way controlling it?
He's gonna look down at the water and just like open his hand, and about 100-foot trench opens up in the ocean.
What the fuck? Did you just split the ocean?
Yeah, basically, about 100 feet down.
And you can see the glow of the star metal still farther down.
Ooh, it's star metal.
Well,
That stuff's coming in handy.
remind me to think twice next time I try to kick your ass.
Um,
And
So somebody just jump off and do a big old cannonball 100 foot down?
yeah, I mean,
So
Hell no.
Ain't gonna die.
Arcadia, yeah, Arcadia would, she would go and don her armor when she sees what's going on. I mean, when she just came up, she wasn't wearing her armor, and she saw what's going on, and she goes back down and puts her armor on, and grabs her crossbow, her hand crossbow. But she'll have her coppice and her hand crossbow with her.
and I say, Arcadia, I think we just found 100,000 gold sitting just there, and I will point at the meteor of star metal.
Look, what's up, Sven?
I only got about 10 minutes on this, guys. If you want to get down there quickly, he's gonna look down at the water like, this is such a stupid idea, and he'll jump in.
You
He'll make the water, like, not be parted anymore.
Oh, okay. I was like, so you're gonna let the water come? Okay. I was gonna say, if you're gonna jump 100 foot down, it's kind of.
Yeah.
If you guys want to get down there quickly, I suggest you get here now. I can redirect the flow to carry us down.
As he has jumped, I will lower my voice for the rest of the party, and I'll say what you want about him. He's a liar and a cheat, but at least he knows magic.
I'll grab
That'll be
Vengeance
useful.
and I'll hold her nose and hold my nose, and then we'll jump in.
And I'll
Then I remember
take
I
off
can
my
actually
plate
breathe
armor.
underwater.
or actually I
Nyx
don't wear
is
the.
circling up above.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll dive into.
As soon as everyone's in the water, he's going to use redirect flow to make a current to basically drive the party down towards the bottom of the ocean.
Nice. Yeah, I'll say that would take. Let's do about 3 minutes to get down there. That's deep water.
And Demetrius looks very grateful because it would have taken him a long time.
So the spell only lasts for about 10 minutes, so for that 10-minute time, he uses that to redirect the flow down towards the metal, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, I would say it'd take about 3 minutes to get to the bottom. And you see before you the same thing you had seen in the Dragon's Lair, a big shiny piece of metal. It's a meteorite. It looks quite heavy.
So you said 3 minutes, you said?
Yeah, 3 minutes to get down.
Okay, as they get down to the bottom and he sees this, he looks around and then just snaps his fingers in the water within 100 feet of us, just parts, leaving dry area for us.
Okay.
I will stand and I will look up at the ocean above our heads, and then at Graphic I'll say,
So
Not bad.
looking up, because it is middle of the night, you can barely make an outlines of the stars above, and you can't even see the Ultros.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any pieces that fell off of it, or if it's all just one big ball.
One big ball.
I will look
Is it
around to see
wider
if
because it's in water?
Is it what?
Is it wider because it's in water at all? No, I guess not. It's not going to
No,
help. with that
he made a
much.
dome around
Can-
it so that we can walk around and talk.
So we can't
Right.
pick it up at all.
You can. It just need a strength. DC of 22.
Well,
Whatever
actually,
No, Corbin, come on.
hold on.
Flat
Hold on
strength, or is
before
it
we do that.
athletics?
Athletics.
Maybe we can, instead of trying to lift it up ourselves, we can attach it to the anchor and then reel in the anchor.
Oh, so close.
Oh, damn, so close.
And I'll
Kinda
just
like
watch
Captain America, I
Corbin's-
touched it a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't quite come up.
I'll say, so the anchor then?
So the anchor is above.
Oh, the anchor is okay. Then I will take out my rope of climbing, and I will tie the rope around the rock.
What's the dimensions of the rock?
So let's see if the rope climbing can even pick this thing up. Hold up. So you put up. So you tie the rope around, and you I guess command it to move or whatnot. It doesn't budge.
Okay. Can I command the free end to go and attach itself to the anchor?
So all right. So trying to give you the idea how deep you are. You're about 2,000 feet down.
Okay, that is
Alright.
very deep.
That's pretty deep.
Corbin's angry that he wasn't able to let it go, so I'm gonna rage,
Nice.
and I'm gonna try and lift it again.
Okay.
Whatever you guys are doing, I suggest you make it quick. I've only got a few more minutes of this spell.
Come on, rage! Don't fail me now. Yeah.
Natural 20. Yeah.
So as Corbin strained the last time, just barely made it move. This time he's like, "Fuck this!" and goes to just yeets it above his head.
And I'll say, Gravik, up, please.
Everyone hold your breath, and he's going to deact. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Gravik, or everyone just roll me a perception after when Corbin says this.
You want a perception?
Yes, please.
Okay. In the tower?
No, that's fine. Alright, so Arcadia, Nico, Gravik. You see, just looking around really quick, you see a bunch of eyes looking at you through the ocean.
It was who? Arcadia, Nico, and Gravik?
Correct.
And Arcadia says, Corbin, you go up top. We got company.
Maybe I should keep the dome up a little bit longer. These eyes are like outside, like in the water, not in the dry area.
Correct.
Okay, so maybe I'll keep this up a little bit longer.
I press Shift and spacebar to enter turn-based mode.
God.
Don't forget to quick save.
Yeah, save before.
Corbin's standing there with his legs shaking a little bit, saying, "I need to get up to the top."
Gravik, you take Corbin up with your magic, and Arcadia and I will cover your back.
That doesn't sound like the best plan, but I guess it's the only plan we have. Okay, I'm going to drop the dome.
Can we all just try to go up with him?
Yeah.
Okay,
that was my plan. That we all go up, and like Arcadia and I fight them, and they just take the dash action or whatever they do.
Okay,
I
so
will click my boots together too.
immediately,
Ooh, yeah.
Gravik will kind of like steady himself and just like, this is a really stupid idea. And as he drops the dome, he's immediately going to do redirect flow and cause the water to rush in and try and carry them up to the surface as quickly as it can.
And I'm using my super speed boots to swim up it at the same time.
Okay.
I should be ahead of him.
So once this is all going down, Demetrius and Arcadia see like swimming fastly, like these little fishes with very large teeth, and they had like a little dangle light above their head.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And then once you get closer, like once you get past a certain depth, these fishes start to swim back down to where they were, and you make it back.
Can I try to spear one of them?
Sure.
Okay. I'll,
don't
make
piss
an
them
attack roll.
off, and then the entire thing gets mad at us.
Don't worry about that. There is no shot that's gonna happen. I just want to catch some food. Let's see.
With all the food you already have. Okay.
Listen, I'm always
with
thinking
100
about food.
rations.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
How many do I spear? Shit.
Okay. You can get 2 of the fish.
Okay, nice. I'll take them up and I'll cook them up tonight.
And when you pull your halberd back, they look. Oh, actually, do I have? Damn, I can't think of the name of what they would be. Let me see. Oh God, hang on. I got the picture for it. Let me just save it. And this, where are you? Let me do this. Alright, so pull on the your halberd back. You can see the fish look like that.
Okay.
And then they kind of wiggle for a second and then die.
Oh. Well, you know, it's a good meal, so fuck them.
Okay.
I'll put them in a nice big pot and make a nice soup out of them.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you get back up to the top. the rest of the way uneventfully, and you see a crew and Kyra just kind of standing there, and like, holy cow! Now we're gonna get back on.
Yep.
I'll
get on
tell
the deck and
Kyra.
I'll put my nugget down.
I'll tell Kyra. I would say the gods have blessed us, but I think we both know better.
Oh, I knew this is what was going to happen. That's why.
Yeah,
I
of course you did.
long.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, I guess we didn't have to kill that copper dragon after all.
I'll put the metal down right next to the mast, and I'll say whoever's worthy can pick this up.
I will walk over to it and I'll say, no problem.
Aw.
Not enough.
I'll huff and I puff and I walk away.
So, have I proven myself at this point? Gravik will say as he climbs back on board and slumps against the railing.
Well,
You've proven that you can be useful.
yeah, you've proven that you know magic.
Fair enough.
But this trustworthiness thing has got to be fixed.
Just because a bartender and an undead ghost that you're not even on good terms with said something, you're all against me now.
We're not against you. If I was against you, you would know.
It seems like you're all against me, but okay,
I just don't trust you, that's it.
yeah. Feelings are somewhat mutual on that, Demetrius.
Well, I have proven myself. At least I would like to think so to this crew and my fellow adventurers, but you haven't.
Yes, you definitely proven yourself. You've proven that if I wasn't here, you all would have been eaten alive by those fish.
Ah, if we've been in tougher positions,
I'm sure you have.
we would have made it.
He's just gonna try to, like, ignore Demetrius as he's, like, tries to wring his coat out.
And when you start doing that, the young tiefling girl would come over and say, "Do you need some help with that?"
No, I think you'd probably steal my coat if I let you touch it.
I'll just warm it up. I'll just dry it out for you.
What do you mean, warm it up?
It needs to be dry, right? You're all wet.
How would you do that?
And she'll put up her hand, and a little flame will come up.
No, that's fine. I don't need you catching me on fire.
And she gives you a grin, and you see like one of her teeth like kind of give a little shine to it.
Anyway, he's gonna turn away and start walking away, still wringing his coat out.
As he walks away, I will call over the tiefling girl.
And she'll come flying over.
And I remember having given her a fat sack of gold during the crew payouts, and I'll say, "Okay, do me a favor. Can you keep an eye on that guy? He's keeping secrets."
And she says, "My pleasure. What do you know about him?
Nothing.
Is he single?
He has to be.
What do you mean? Look how handsome he is."
I mean, I suppose he's cute, but extremely annoying.
But he's so handsome.
Gravik will, like, sneeze
Well-
in the distance.
Then this is the perfect assignment for you. Why don't you seduce him?
Is it okay aboard your ship, Captain?
Sure. I'll give you. Normally it's not allowed, but I'll give you special permission to seduce him for the sake of the mission.
And
So someone's going to be trying to seduce the bird in this scenario, or the other way around.
apparently.
I'm talking hush hush, of course. Sir. How about it? You don't have to if you don't want to, but
Oh, I want to.
good luck. Let me know if you find out anything. If you can, I see him write in this book all the time. Can you fetch that for me?
Do I get anything special?
Yeah, you earn about twice as much as any other sailor does. Tell you what, the next big treasure we encounter, you get another handful of gold. And you know we're going to encounter one.
And she'll grin and say, "My pleasure, Captain."
I'll nod at her and give her a little you get that stored safely in the hull, and make sure that it can't slip or roll, you know. And we're probably going to sell it or have Vulcan craft it into something.
So,
and of course, you will.
I would say have Vulcan crafted into something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so a couple.
but as always, yeah.
I would say when you say a couple of guys will try to move it, and they can't even get it to budge.
I'll say more guys.
Could and okay, so I would say probably take about 10 of them just to move the damn thing.
And I suppose it's a good indication of Corbin's might. That all these people are like struggling to get that in the hold.
Grease fighting.
Yeah, I don't mind that it takes them a long time.
Before they block the way down, struggling to get this thing to see Arcadia go back downstairs.
And does Demetrius cook up the fish?
Yeah, he'll. What do I roll for a nice fish soup?
Three-eyed fish.
Yeah, you
Winky.
eyes and all.
Of course, that's
Guts.
the best part.
You eat the
Everything
guts,
except
too?
for I'll fish out the bones afterwards with a spoon.
Okay, so everything but the bones. Okay, cool. Give us let's do artisan's tools, I guess. Oh yeah, it's
Ooh, he does a nice job.
yeah, it's very nice. As you're cooking it up, people try to like bring over like some veggies and seasoning and ask if you want to add it to it.
Sure.
All right, yeah.
I'll bring over some garlic.
It's,
Sure, add the garlic. It'll go well with this recipe.
it's very nice fish-eyed stew. I would say half the crew, or if you would offer it to them, half of them wouldn't want it. Or if
Yeah,
you're just gonna
sure.
eat it by yourself.
I'll offer everyone that wants a bowl.
Oh, Nico definitely takes some. I love fish.
Okay. Nico, Demetrius, how about Arcadia, Corbin, Gravic?
You don't see Arcadia; she's gone back downstairs.
Gravik has taken his coat off and is kind of like just trying to get all the dampness out of it and just trying to ignore the party for the most part at this point because it doesn't feel like he's a part of it right yet.
I'll offer him a bowl of soup.
He'll eye it, just like, is that where did that's the fish that you caught, isn't it?
Obviously.
I'll pass, but I appreciate the offer though.
Oh, not bloody enough for you?
No, just not a fan of fish. And he goes back to try to dry his coat out.
I'll walk away and give it to someone else.
All right, and then we'll take it. And how about Corbin?
Yeah, Corbin will. Corbin will eat a little bit of the fish, but not a lot.
Okay. Alright, so as you're eating the species,
Constitution save. Oh, I should. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I just woof it right
Wow,
down.
32! Holy crap, Nico!
nice.
Yeah, I just woof it right
A
down.
hell of a constitution.
It's a hell of a save.
Look at that.
So, Demetrius, you get, You don't know what White Castle is. You have the urge to use the restroom for a while.
Oh no, and half the crew? Jesus.
But Nico, you feel kind of strong. You feel pretty good.
Ooh.
Nice.
We'll do
Nuclear fish, delicious.
yeah. You get this like little glow about you.
They should put hair on your chest, Nico.
More hair.
More hair for it. Oy.
All right. But I think that'd be good for tonight if anyone else has something else to do before the nighttime.
Day 2 in the books.
Temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're still there.
oh no,
it's
it's still there. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's serious.
Yeah,
Nice.
felt pretty good.
Our fish.
Power fish.
Well, that's that dwarven resilience, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like 32 con save.
Nice little glow.
Yeah, my 29 was good. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. So last day, anyone, anything in particular? Gravix, the tiefling's going to be hitting on you.
Corbin will seek out Arcadia and talk to her about tactics with some of his newfound abilities.
Ravik will just be kind of like trying to walk away from her, but like, for the last time, I'm not giving you my coat.
And she'll bring you breakfast.
Thank you, but I'm still... Thanks, and he'll take the breakfast and eat it.
And it's very good. Eggs, bacon, toast,
Garlic.
a little bit of garlic mixed in. Yeah, why not?
Well, did you put garlic in this?
No, somebody spiked everything with garlic.
Oh, I wonder who that could have been. Yeah. It's like, thanks.
Only you ever could see me.
Well, we saw you putting garlic everywhere at the wedding. Yeah. But, again, I'm not giving you my coat. I appreciate everything you're doing, but it's not gonna change my mind.
Oh, I don't want your cut anymore. What? Tell me about a little bit about you. Where are you from? Faithson?
Faerun, but I'm kind of over telling people that. They don't seem to believe me anyways. I'm just from a far-off land. Let's just go with that.
A far-off land? That's cool. What brought you here?
I wish I knew. Just kind of woke up here one day. Guess gotta wash the shore.
So you are on a ship?
I think so. It's a little hazy, But, other than that, it's not really that important. I'm really not that interesting.
You're very interesting to me.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Everyone else, though, seems to think differently about that.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, most people look at me and say, "Ooh, look, a tiefling, an ugly tiefling."
Really, where I come from, there's a lot of tieflings, and they get along rather well with people. There are still some bigoted people, but usually we treat tieflings all right in Faerun.
Really? Maybe you could take me there someday.
Well, if you want to go, I could try taking you with me when I'm done here.
And she'll give you a grin and say, "That'd be fun."
I'm sure you would. It's definitely a lot more stable in Faerun than it is here, I'll say that.
Well, that's good. So, what that mean ghost said, is any of that true?
You mean how he's called and basically just insulted me? I think that's up to interpretation. I don't think it's true.
So you don't drink blood?
No, no, of course not.
Oh, okay. What do you drink?
Uh, Water, wine, ale, normal things, you know. But you probably drink
What's your favorite wine? Red or white?
red, of course. I think that's why this confusion came from in the first place.
Red wine. Okay. Okay. What do you like for dinner?
Uh, Not really that picky, honestly. Being a traveler, I don't have the luxury of being able to have a favorite meal.
Have you ever had? Do you know what gravy is?
Gravy? Yes, I've tried that before.
Do you know what chips are?
Chips? No, I've never heard of that.
Do you know what a potato is?
I do know what a potato is.
Okay, it's a potato and it's cut and then it's fried.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. Maybe I'll try it someday.
I'll bring you some tonight.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
My name's Iris, by the way, since you never bothered to ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course. Iris, I'm Gravik.
Gravik and Iris. Iris and Gravik. And she'll say, okay, bye, and we'll fly away.
That's a very strange girl. That seems nice, he says to himself as he goes back to his meal.
And at this time, you hear, land ho! Land ho!
Ooh, we're there. Well, time to armor up and get ready.
And let's go break. I gotta pee.
Sweet.
It's half past. Hi, Shim. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. But if you go away, please come back, and we'll see you shortly. 2:30. Come on. There we go. Hit this button. We hit that button. All right. And we're back. Trying to eat my bagel before, but nope, of course not. All right, so yeah, you hear land ho, and it's a bright, sunny morning. For those of you on tech, you see there is an island before you is a bleak, rocky place. Sparse vegetation interrupts the monotony of the gray stone. Rocky cliffs surround almost the entire coastline of the island. There's a small bay where landfall might be possible. Apart from the occasional call of a seabird, the tumultuous waves are the only sounds that reverberate through the area.
I will ask the crew to bring us to that bay where we might make landfall.
Okay, and they do so. So as you're kind of sailing in, like that'd be your ship, you see up there, where that arrow is, there is a crumbling tower built to scale for larger than normal proportions. The civilization that built it might have been giants. The skeletal remains you see like skeleton remains scattered throughout the shoreline as you're sailing up.
I will take the eggs of Xander from my bag of holding and put it in the belt.
Okay.
What do the remains look like? Do we recognize?
Bones.
We don't. Are they larger than?
Larger than.
Like the tower?
Yes, larger than normal bones.
Do we recognize them as dragons since we've seen dragon bones now?
Give me a medicine.
What a lovely island of death you have brought us to, Demetrius.
You're welcome.
Oh, Corbin, you recognize these as giant bones.
There'd be giant bones.
Like Gigan or giant? Are they different in this world?
I believe Gigans are the ones that have
6 arms.
6 arms.
Are they considered giants? I mean, are we talking about two
I
different
think
things?
they're giant kin. I mean,
Two
the
di- two
creature
different
type
things.
is giant. I think.
Dude, yeah.
Okay.
Like they would be considered a species of giant because I think that happened when we last met them. But giants themselves, we've also fought, and they're just regular old giants.
When did we fight giants? Oh, we had
few
that one
times, I think.
cyclopsy thing. We had that
I
one
think, more
cyclopsy
often.
thing on because you took its eye.
Oh yeah.
It was on
Well,
the way.
I would ask them to anchor the ship and load the party up into a boat and get ready to sail to the beach or bay.
Okay. So making landing here, we kind of walk up this path. You'll see that there's a path breaking up to the left that would wind around, bringing you probably, you think, to that tower. And then there's another path that breaks off to the right.
Well, I personally think we should check the tower first, find out what we're dealing with exactly, and then we can always go to the right. What do you guys think?
Sure, lead on, Captain. I'll put Vengeance in the air and have her scout for us a little.
Yeah, Nyx as well, please.
Are we not concerned at all of what just massacred an island of giants?
They've
We
clearly
know
been bones for a while.
We know what it is. Probably the Dragonlords.
Oh, right. Well,
I don't remember killing any giants.
No, it happened after you were killed, remember? Great
yeah.
War. Well, long story short, Corbin used to be a Dragonlord. He got killed by a giant, and then the Dragonlords wiped out the giants.
sounds like adequate amount of force, I suppose.
Yeah, remember that guy we just met, the ghost guy on board of the ship?
Oh, how could I forget?
He was a Dragonlord.
Interesting.
And our friend Corbin here is trying to revive the Dragonlord Order.
The ones who genocided an island of giants.
Well, not just this island. They did it all over Thylia.
Garavix will rest on his quarterstaff and kind of like look down at Corbin, just like, really?
Well,
And Arcadia will say
mainly
he
only
is-
people
he is-
lie to them or don't tell them all the truth.
Okay. So which way do we want to go?
To the tower.
Okay. Making your way downtown. So you come upon this a ruin. It was once a lighthouse and fort. But it's there just remains everywhere. Like it's just been destroyed. But you do see like a little entrance that you could possibly get in.
I would ask, well, the tower's collapsed, so probably no traps. I would enter the tower, I guess, the little entrance.
Okay. So the only thing that you could see in this little tower, you see a bronze chest that has been broken open. Well, the lock is broken off, at least.
Stab it, it's a mimic.
Yeah, good idea, Corbin.
Alright, roll us that attack roll just in case. Roll a natty 1.
And I will ask Gravik if he knows what a mimic is.
Oh my god, it stopped on a 1 for a second there.
Yeah, I know, I thought it was.
And you hear a loud ding!
Gravik will nod his head, just like, yeah, I have heard of a mimic, and apparently you've killed this one, claim your trophy.
Real funny, wizard man.
Corbin will hold up his hand a minute and say, wait a minute, Demetrius.
Oh, wait.
A non-mimic... A mimic would just sit there if you hit it.
Wait, no, because last time I hit a mimic, my weapon got stuck to it.
No, it's true.
Well, Arcadia, can you go check the chest, please? You have experience in this kind of situation.
Any mimic that attacks
Yeah, always goes for Arcadia.
always goes for Arcadia.
Gravik will sigh. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Acadia.
She sighs and walks up to it. She'll look at it.
Alright, it is a bronze chest, and the lock has been broken off.
She will actually take her dagger and touch the tip of the lock to dislodge it.
Okay, it dislodges and falls to the ground.
As this happens, Gravik will bang his quarterstaff on the ground hard and just yell, "Ah!"
Ah, dick.
She glares at him. Are you trying to make me jump?
Just testing your reflexes. You apparently are a lot calmer than I originally thought. Carry on.
You try that again and I'll jump down your throat.
Promise?
She stands up and starts walking towards them.
Hands grab.
I'll step in the way and say, please, Arcadia, don't pay him any mind. Can you please do the chest?
And she'll go back and she'll stand to the side of it, use her dagger, and lift the lid so she's not standing in front of it.
Meanwhile, I will stand in front of Graphic and I'll shake my head.
And the lid will open up.
Next time, I'll let her castrate you.
What's inside?
So looking inside, it's obviously been looted at some point, but it still contains a number of scroll cases.
Yeah, check for a false bottom.
She'll say, "Hey, Gravik, I think it's your turn to figure out what's going on here. Besides, I can't read. Can't really read scrolls, most of them." So she walks off and extends her arms like, "After you."
Gravik will nod and smile, like, "Oh, okay." He'll walk over to the chest and crouch down and pick up one of the scrolls and pop it.
As he does that, I'm going to make a minor illusion of a goat sound.
Gravik will kind of like raise his head and like look around, like, I didn't see any goats when we came up here.
So opening one of the scrolls, you see the title. It says "History of the War."
He'll pull the scroll out and unfurl it and start reading like the first paragraph.
And it says, so basically that this is a telling of the history of the war between the Dragonlords and the Gaigan Empire.
Corbin,
Do the nearby skeletons have 6 arms?
Roll perception.
Gravik will hum to himself, roll the scroll back up and put it back in its holder. He'll go to the
Corbin on seeing that would come over and grab the scroll. Yeah, that war interests me.
Would Gravik have said that out loud? Because he's kind of taller than Corbin.
Oh. Yeah, he hasn't told anyone what the scrolls are just yet, but he'll look as he looks through the rest of the scrolls. It's basically the same thing.
Yes, History of the War Part 2, History of the War Part 3, etc.
He'll pick up one of the scrolls and like hand it towards Corbin, just like, "I think you'd probably be more interested in this." Kind of talks about the deeds of your fellow Dragonlords.
Yeah, these are definitely Gaigans. That one over there's certainly got more than a few arms attached to it.
You must have been quite important for them to massacre an entire race just because they murdered you.
Well, I think they use it as an excuse.
I
was betrayed. I was making peace with the 6-armed freaks.
Yes,
Yeah, real peaceful.
Obviously, you made not really well, apparently, but
I was until I got stabbed in the back.
well, it's good that you judged the entire species on the actions of you. But
I didn't.
yeah,
I was dead after that.
well, yeah, you got a point. But yeah, those scrolls are just all about the atrocities your people have committed. So go ahead and select them.
I will take the scrolls to read carefully later on.
Okay, I put that in the party sheet.
Alright.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask this. Did the book of the history of the Amazons disappear when Camos disappeared?
Yes. Maybe I have to find Nat Camos. Maybe he has it.
Are we just leaving the Orbis star medal there because it's on the ship?
Yeah, I think somebody has control of the
Yeah.
Ultros.
That would be Demetrius, I think.
Yeah, Demetrius.
We put it in the hold, right?
It's in the party sheet at the moment.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Oh. Well, at least we know we're dealing with Gaigans now, and I will swap my weapon for Xander's axe.
And you feel sympathy rushing through you.
Sympathy?
Correct. Which is a weird thing for Demetrius, I'm sure.
I was gonna say, has he ever felt that before? Does he know what it is?
Probably not. No, he might have.
He did heal a lot of people, give the kids a lot of gifts, but...
Demetrius, are you feeling okay? You look odd. I've never seen that expression on your face before.
I'm fine. Let's,
fish.
anyone else got any business at this tower?
Well, looks like we found everything we need. Let's go,
Right. Let's go north into this little enclave.
Alright. So, coming down here, you see at the center is a pit with a narrow path that winds down to the bottom. At the very bottom of the pit is a fetid, shallow pond. Humanoid skeletons reach out from the pond in several places. Around the edge of the pond is a single large cave entrance flanked by 3 smaller tunnels.
Well,
3 smaller what?
Tunnels.
Oh, tunnels.
looks like the Giants gave as good as they took, it seems. Huh, Corbin?
No, I wasn't here.
Well, suppose that's for your benefit.
Would you like a cup of blood?
Yeah. No, thank you, but kind of seeing now that trust is a two-way street, apparently.
I will ignore the two and I will rub my chin as I inspect the caves, and I'll say, Arcadia, do you recall any prophecy or any notes that mention 4 caves? Or 1 cave and 3 tunnels?
Angie says no.
This seems like exactly the type of game the Fates might play. Where do you guys think we should enter?
So there's 4 options.
Well, there's a large cave entrance, and then there are 3 smaller tunnels.
And this is going down into a pit with a
Is it
pool of fetid water
Yeah, hang on. Let's just do that.
with humanoid skeletons around it. Oh, thank you. Oh, so we're looking at this center part. Okay.
And we should take the big tunnel.
Right.
Rabbit will start muttering under his breath, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo."
Well, are the tunnels
dragon."
how tall are how big are the tunnels? Because she could always send Nyx.
You can fit into them.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Arcadia. Can we approach maybe the large one and you can send Nix in?
Yeah, I'll just have her fly in very slowly and tell her to get out the minute she sees anything dangerous.
Okay. How far are you gonna have her go?
If there's any forks in the tunnel, she doesn't want her to get lost, but she'll have her go in a fair amount. Let's see. Let's just have her go in, around 200 feet at first and see what happens.
Okay. So the first one going in about 200 feet, she'll chirp, I guess, communicate back with you that it goes down.
Okay, so the main one goes down.
Oh, you're going down to. I'm sorry, you were going into the main tunnel. I thought you were doing one of the other ones.
Well, I don't know.
You tell me which one you like. You can go through like the big one. Or
okay,
we'll
just go from left to right. So let's start with that.
All right, left to right. Cool. So this one first. As she goes in, that there is a creature sitting in about 50 feet.
What does it look like?
It looks like a woman with a body of like a lion.
Ooh.
Okay. She can come back out.
Okay.
And so there's 5 caves, or maybe I'm just only seeing
There are 1
4.
big tunnel, Like one-ish. She was just saying.
Okay, that's okay. So that's the one. So let's go to the next one. I see 5 holes
I
in
see
the
5
map,
caves
but
as
that's
well.
okay. That's okay.
I mean, you guys see 5 as well, right?
Yeah, I know what you're. I get it. I can see it too. I'm just going off what is being described.
Okay, cool. So this next one.
All right, this next one, she flies in, and it goes down. If she's only going 200 feet, it's still going down.
Okay, she'd recall her. What about the third one?
The third one, let's see here. The third one ends after about 40 feet. There's a solid wall.
Oh, okay.
I'll suggest, should we talk to the lion woman?
Well, let's just look at all of them
Oh, yeah.
first. And I'd be actually curious if that solid wall holds any kind of secret entrance, but let's see, what's number 4?
All right, number 4, coming in, the path leads up for 2. If she's only going 200 feet, this just goes up.
Okay, so Arcadia would share that information with everyone and ask if anyone has heard of a creature that looks like a woman with a lion's body.
Sounds like a curse to me.
Can
will,
Gravik do a history check to see if he would know what that is?
Sure. Roll is in the tower, please.
Oh,
Oh, the creepy harp music!
So far, Gravik and Corbin. You've heard of a mythical creature called a Sphinx, and they like to play guessing games.
Who here is good at guessing games?
not me.
Well, it was Camos.
Yeah.
That was your job.
Yeah, you're the wizard. Just get some riddle magic.
Don't know if any of that kind of magic exists, but we could definitely go have a word with her. He says he points his quarterstaff towards the cave entrance.
All right. I'm up for that. What about you guys?
If you think she can answer the riddles,
Well, I guess we're going in.
Well,
Everyone's,
let's keep going. After you, glorious leader.
I will sigh and walk in first.
Arcadia
Yeah,
goes to the rear.
Yeah, Gravik will trail behind Demetrius.
And so you see sitting, as you're walking in here, you see sitting at the back of the wall, a creature that looks like this. And she says, "Hello."
Greetings, creature. What do we call you?
You may call me Lamia.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Lamia. What are you doing on the Island of Fates?
Oh, I'm just sitting here.
Just
Yeah, we're just guarding
regarding what?
the entrance.
To the abode where the Fates are?
Well, that's for me to know, and you two possibly find out.
I suppose you're going to want to ask us some riddles.
Of course.
Well, my friend here, and I will gently push Graphic forwards. He's great at riddles.
Gravik will stumble forward, but uses quarterstaff to brace himself and try and stand up straight. Thanks, Demetrius. Good evening. What riddles do you have in mind?
Oh, I just have a couple questions for you, that's all.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
And, hang on a second here. Do you think you could answer them?
I'm sure if they're just questions, I am more than capable.
Good. Because if you don't, well, that would be a shame.
A shame. He's gonna look back at the party.
I'm giving him a thumbs up, like it's going
Yeah.
well.
He's excited.
We're all giving no thumbs up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna look at the group with kind of a disgusted look, but quickly wipe it off his face as he looks back.
Okay, so first question, and so this is how it's going to work, because I know people like to look things up really quick. So, I will ask the question, I will post it in chat, so it make sense, and then after I ask it, you have 30 seconds to answer.
Oh shit. Okay.
And they nominated you, so it's on you.
Well, does Arcade ask is only one person allowed to answer?
And she says, well, do you want your fate tied to his?
Gonna look back at the
Corbin will keep giving him a thumbs up. Go, Gravik, go.
kind of hopeful that she would, have his back.
We're counting on you, Graphic.
I think Arcady would say, I think we have a better chance if we all try to answer.
To you to rescue you from whatever happens if you get it wrong.
And she says, be you ready?
So what have we decided? Are we going to all try to answer this, or are we just going to leave it to Gravik?
Well, Demetrius is not going to join in, but you can. He's encouraging you to do it. He's like, if you get turned to a statue, I'll save you.
Corbin will stay with Demetrius.
Arcadia looks at Nico. I do think we have a better chance if we all try to answer this, but...
I'm just a dumb dwarf. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I'm not great at riddles either.
Oh, all right.
He said they're just questions, guys. It's not riddles. Surely you're good at answering questions.
And
I lift heavy things.
She says, boy, you're naive, aren't you? And then she says, okay.
So we'll have Arcadia, Nico, and Gravik.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll ask the question. You have 30 seconds to answer. What falls but never breaks, and what breaks but never falls?
Arcadia would say dusk.
You know the answer?
You can, but I would argue that is an answer, because dusk falls, but it doesn't break. And dusk break. Well, see, this is Demetrius. You should have answered. You should have joined us. You have a better chance.
And she says, "Time's up." It was night and day. You were right there.
Dusk kinda counts.
Nope. Because
dusk is the combination of night and day.
Correct.
Dusk is the combination of night and day.
But night can't break. Only day can break. Night on the and night falls.
Gravik will look at Arcadia with some concern, wondering what's gonna happen.
When you look,
She actually looks like she doesn't give a fuck. Actually,
and
like, oh well.
and when that happens, 1/3 of your body turns to stone.
Ah.
Your legs basically turn to stone.
Just Arcadias or also graphics?
Also graphics.
So everyone that was gambling gets okay, yeah. Okay, my answer was wrong as well, by the way, so I'm glad I didn't.
And she says,
I thought you said you knew the answer.
Yeah, but I was wrong. I thought I knew.
You hear Corbin whispering to Demetrius. No, that was wrong, Demetrius. Not that.
For any chance, could that have just been a warm-up question?
and she looks at you and says, no.
Worth a shot.
And she says, are you ready for question 2?
Don't think we have much of a choice now.
Okay, here we go. The more you leave behind, the more you take.
Corbin whispers to Demetrius. I think I know this one.
And she says, time's up. And now the from basically your legs up to your chest turn to stone. And she says, silly boy and girl, the answer is footsteps. And then she'll look at the rest of yous. Are you sure none of you want to participate?
What happens if we do? Can we somehow prevent them from turning to stone?
Oh, if you all answer. If not, well, 3 strikes, you're out.
Fuck it, I'm in.
Okay.
Wow, did Corbin know this? Did you answer?
Yeah, I knew that one.
Wow, so just now everybody except for Corbin is in now, right?
Yeah, Corbin looks at
Vengeance.
Demetrius like he was crazy.
Yeah, I can't let these guys die. Except Gravik.
Arcadia looks and says, wow, now I know who my real friends are.
Wow.
All right, with that, Corbin will step forward, grumbling.
Talk about peer pressure.
And she
All right,
says,
if I get turned to stone, I'm going to be very unhappy, Arcadia.
You might only get turned a third to stone because the rest of us are further along than you. I don't know.
As long as it's my lower half.
are you ready for question 3?
Can we get an easy one this time?
They're all easy, my friend.
No.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
She says, I possess a father and mother, but am no one's son. Even with siblings, I am brother to none.
You're a girl? A daughter?
Ding! Good
Oh, thank
job.
God.
Horse sense saves the day.
Sorry about that, Ingordia. Can you I kind of fucked around with my token.
Oh, I'll fix it. Let's see, 'cause I don't even have that map up.
It's a pretty nice map. I love the fog effect.
Yeah. She says, are you ready for the next question?
Wait, there's more? I answered.
She said
Of course!
sorry.
You gotta get 3 correct!
Can you at least
Oh, Jesus.
reverse some of their stoning?
Why would I do that?
Ah, fine.
Are you ready?
Yes.
She'll say, if given 1, you'll have many or none.
What?
Corbin will
A
say
chance?
a choice.
And she'll say, "Good job."
Oh, phew. I was nowhere near that.
And then Arcadia will say, "See, Corbin, it's a good thing you joined us."
That's just his gnome luck.
I'm gonna get turned to stone because of you, Arcadia. I can feel it.
And she'll say, "Last question. Are you ready?"
No.
Some are cherished, some are hated, and even if lost, they remain with you.
Memories.
Yay! Good job. And the three of you revert back to your normal selves.
Havoc will breathe a sigh of relief. Just like, see, guys? It
You
wasn't
didn't
that
answer
bad.
the damn thing. You just stood there and got turned to stone.
I was support.
You spend half the day making fun of how stupid I am, and then you're just standing there dying.
Well, to be fair, Riddle's not exactly a important thing.
No, but say something, at least for the minor chance to save your own life.
Well, if I said the wrong answer, we would have turned to stone faster.
Okay, maybe. Well, we have passed your tests, Lamia.
Yes,
Let us pass.
of course. But may I give you fair warning?
Of course.
So the path that leads before you, do not turn left.
Why not?
Is this another riddle?
No riddle, just fair warning.
All right.
And
We'll do that.
She will shamble off.
Okay, no left turn, guys.
If we make 2 right turns, we can still go left.
I assume some magic is at play here that will tempt us to turn left.
You think everything is magic? Well, yeah, a lot of things are magic, but probably not this.
And how would you describe what just happened? You turning to stone and this creature.
I
It was
can't
an
move vengeance.
So, do not turn left. So I assume that we have to turn right here. Holy shit, this map is high quality.
Yeah.
Is that 3D? Whoa. Is that a GIF? Is this map a GIF?
It's a web end.
Wait, this
Oh,
one's
nice.
This one's right. We can turn right.
Hold on. Come back, Corbin. She said don't turn left.
Yeah.
But she didn't say that we have to turn right. She said that we don't have to turn left. So going forward is still an option. I'm not saying that we shouldn't turn right here. I'm not saying that we should skip this place. I'm just saying that we need to think about this. Don't turn left. So all we have to do is not turn left. That means we can still go straight on if we want to.
I think you might be
I don't-
overthinking it.
Arcadia says, "I never like leaving things behind us."
Alright, I'll go take a look. What do I see?
Alright, so coming in here is a nice little chamber. You see a little a stone bed over here. You see a little chest over, not chest, but like an armoire sitting there. And you see little bits and pieces of food on the ground.
Oh, is this where... Does that bed look big enough to host a sphinx?
No.
Good question.
I'll look
How
under the
recent does
bed.
the food look? How recent does the food look like it's been eaten?
Within a day.
What kind of food is it?
Chicken.
Do the bite marks look like they're human? I mean, does it have bite marks in it or not?
Let's
I'm
say
just trying to figure out.
let's say it's raw chicken.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And Gravik, you're looking in the chest.
Yeah.
The armor.
Yeah, let's take a look in there. He'll investigate the wall.
All right. Yeah, inside of there, you see.
I did just make a dex save.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No, I was looking at the buffs and I see that you guys somehow got like a ton of aura buffs.
Oh.
So you guys are massive save.
Yeah, look at like plus 17.
Yeah.
So, Sketh, or Gravik, looking inside the armor, you see a robe, and you see a pair of sunglasses.
He'll pull out the robe and like hold it up to see if it looks feminine, male, anything that he can determine from it.
It looks feminine.
Those sunglasses, have we seen those before?
Well, you can't see anything where you're at.
He'll
Right.
he'll try to neatly fold the robe and put it back in the armoire, and he'll look at the glasses and kind of inspect them for a moment. Anything off about them, or just a pair of sunglasses?
How well are you inspecting? Like, you're gonna put them on, or are you just like looking through them, or just looking at?
He'll like hold them up to his eyes and look through them.
Looking through them, you see nothing gets through them.
He'll
He's like, essentially, it would blind you.
seeing that he'll actually put them on his face and see and like kind of try and look around, just darkness.
Darkness.
He'll take them off and does he not have any like lingering effect about cursed or anything?
No.
He'll just kind of be confused and put the glasses back with the robes.
Okay. And Corbin, that would start reverberating throughout the cave. Or echoing.
Is he playing his bagpipes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure as shit is.
Alright.
And Arcadia says, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I don't know. I'll stop playing. I was inspired. Can I see those glasses, Gravik?
Probably should just leave them. They're not of any value. We might be
I'll take them.
okay.
Yeah, that's how we do things. We loot.
And
Arcadia is looking at that, and she walks in and she says, "If this is someone's chambers, I think we should just leave well enough alone. They're going to come back, and they won't be happy if we take anything of theirs."
I want the
And
glasses.
she says,
like it's probably, I'm not sure, but it might belong to a blind woman. Maybe not a good idea to, loot.
and she says, "What?" She looks at Gravik and says, "What? Did you put them on? What do they do?"
They just are blacked out. I couldn't see anything when I put them on.
Because we're not out in the sun.
Well, I'll say maybe it's some kind of part of this. It's a riddle. Maybe you have to be blind to go through this maze.
Well, we can just close our eyes then.
Okay, well, anyway, let's go, guys. Take the glasses, don't take the glasses, doesn't matter.
So, Mitris, where you were...
I'll grab the glasses.
When you were here, roll me not inspection, investigation. And a lot of you guys are turning left, it seems.
No, we're not.
We went right.
Yeah, but you turn in here, and you have to turn left to go out, yeah? Okay. Ametris, you see, kind of sitting on like a little table right there, a pair of shears.
I will pick them up, and I will turn around and scare Graphic with them by snipping at him.
Okay, and then when Arcadia says, "I think you should put those glasses back now because this may belong to Granny A, and if she sees that you've stolen her glasses, she is going to snip your thread and you're going to be dead."
Alright, I'll reluctantly put the glasses back.
Wait, these are the scissors of fate?
He says, She says, I don't know, but I don't want to take any chances, so I would put those back exactly where you found them. And the same thing if you disturbed anything. If you just, and she looks at Gravik, if you disturbed anything, I would put it back exactly where you found it.
That's what I tried to do.
Okay. Then let's get out of here.
And I leave this place. But I make sure that I only turn right when I'm turning around.
Okay.
Same.
Like I'm spinning around.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like,
exactly. Yep.
Hold your right hand out and just follow it. There we go. I'm turning right.
All right.
So, Nico, yeah.
Corbo, when you come up here, you see a path. One goes left, one goes right.
Obviously, I'm taking the right.
All right. So when you go there, Steph, you see coming in here like some water on the ground, and what looks like a shambling mound. You've seen these before. They're they're large creatures full of like grass and crap. I might have a picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nico used parts of that. I think Vulcan owes him some armor made by the mines, but that was when Zephyrus. We ran into Zephyrus. He had supposedly Kyra's loot, which wasn't really hers, we found out, and he left us. That's where we found the statue of Estophanos.
Correct. That's what it looks like. There's not a guy in there or anything like that, though.
No, the face.
Does it appear to be hostile?
It does not, but you see it looks very overgrown.
I will warn the others that there's a shambling mound in here that may be dangerous.
It looks like it could use, if you have bushes, how they need trimming up. That's kind of what this looks like.
Hold on. I go back and I go and get the shears. Okay. I have an idea suddenly. Then I walk back and I think, what if it's a test and we must trim this thing as part of reaching the fates? What do you guys think?
Go ahead, be my guest.
Arcadia said, I wouldn't lie if I said that didn't occur to me either, but...
That is only one thing for it. And I gently approach the thing.
And it holds out a branch.
I will gently trim it.
Okay, and it does not react.
Okay, well.
Arcadia says, "Give it a nice fade."
Yeah, when you start to walk away, you hear more.
Okay, I'll trim it some more.
Oh, you can't leave it all done now. It's going to be all haphazard.
Well, I'll trim it a little bit more. I'll just take my time a little bit.
As Gravik watches this, he's gonna kind of snicker, just like, well, Demetrius, if being a hero doesn't work out, definitely you have a career in gardening.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. Heroing is working out pretty well. I just saved your ass after all.
Fair point.
And it says more.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm done trimming you now.
And it says sad.
Yeah, I'll throw the thing down. I'll throw the shears into the shambling mound. Here, you can trim yourself.
Okay.
I will keep going.
And when you come there, you see standing. You see a doorway and that nice little torch, and standing.
Arcadia is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Arcadia is wondering about if they should put the shears back. But now the shambling mound, I'm sure. What is it doing with them?
Nothing. It's just sitting there. The shears are right where it left. Right where it was.
Okay, she will gingerly approach it and pick up the shears. Does it do anything?
It does not.
Okay. She is going to... is there any particularly bad branches that are sticking out?
Yes. It looks like Amitra's had trimmed about a quarter of it.
Oh. Well, she doesn't have time to do the rest. but she would say if we have time, we will finish this. And but she will take the shears, wipe them off, carefully spin so she doesn't. Oh God, she has to turn left to go down. Oh, now it's too late. Yeah, because she can't go back without turning left. So she will take the shears with. She'll leave the shears down by the shambling mount. All right. And she'll follow Demetrius.
And when you do that, it says sad.
Someone finish the mound.
Ah, come on, guys. I'm here to beat the fates, not trim a fucking bush. It just wants to keep being trimmed over and over again. I thought it was some riddle, but I mean, it's just a greedy bush.
Well, let's say say you cut like a quarter of your hair, you're just gonna leave the rest.
Carmen's gonna.
How long is it going to take? How long is it going to take?
Carmen will huff and go finish the bush. I'll grab the shears and I'll finish the bush.
The fates are sitting in a cave laughing at us, thinking that we're the weirdest adventurers they've ever met.
And the shambling mount. So Corbin, you said you're gonna finish.
Yeah.
All right. The shambling mount says, "Thank you."
You're welcome, Mr. Bush.
And when you get there, now you hear ahead of you some kind of like rattling, like a rattle.
Mm-hmm. I'll carefully approach.
All right, so
A snake, a rattlesnake, or a...
So rounding that corner, you see a woman standing there. And she looks like this.
I will use my divine sense.
And you see, if you zoom in, you see her hair is made of snakes.
Oh boy, but Arcadia doesn't see this
Can
yet.
I do a history check on this?
You don't need to. You know what these are. Yeah.
Gee, it would be nice if we had some dark glasses.
Does he show up as anything on my divine sense?
Let me double check. I think so. Double check. What is get celestial painted undead, right?
Yes.
It does not show up.
I will think back to those blinding classes and what Medusas do, and I will tie a strip of cloth around my eyes to blind myself.
Okay.
And then I will use my blind sight to not stumble into any walls, and I will approach her.
And she will have her head down and say, "It's so bright."
I will say, greetings. My name is Demetrius. We are looking for the fates. Who are you?
I am what I am. But what I am is in need of some shade for my eyes.
I know just where to get those.
Yeah, Arcadia hears this, and she has an idea. I'm guessing I'm close enough to hear this.
Yeah.
And she says, hold on a second. She goes up to and grabs the shears, just because she wants to put it back. She's going to walk backwards. Walking backwards. So then she gets to that fork in the road, so now she can turn right to go.
Does Gravik see?
Here.
Oh, sorry.
And then she goes straight, grabs the sunglasses, and comes back out and turns right and comes over.
Hold on, Arcadia. I'm sensing a pattern here. What other items were in that room?
There's a dress in there.
Then someone should go get the dress as well.
Yeah, grab the dress while you're there.
Because I'm pretty sure that the next... Yeah.
Okay, she grabs everything. She goes, well, all right. She grabs everything. So she has now shears, a robe, and the sunglasses.
Okay.
And I guess we give the sunglasses to the Medusa?
Well, are we okay with this? I mean,
Sure.
She will hold out her hand.
okay. So, Katie will hand the sunglasses to Amitrius and then back off because she is not a melee fighter. She's just gonna hang
Okay.
out. Backing up again.
I this on myself, and I will give her the sunglasses.
And she will put them on, look up at you, and say, "Thank you for your kindness."
You are most welcome.
And we'll move over here.
I look around confused. I can't see her anymore. Kind of funny how this actually restricts my movement to 10 feet.
Nice.
I will ask the rest, is she gone?
You may pass.
Then I will remove my blindfold.
May we pass as well?
You may, handsome.
Why, thank you.
Arcadia would, peripherally, does she look kind of like the same creature as,
Moxina.
Moxina?
Correct.
Is it Moxina? Yeah.
She does.
Okay.
So moving on. Just clean this up. Bam.
Do these web EMs come with the campaign, or did you find them yourself?
I found him. Yeah, now that Fantasy Grounds supports WebM. So in here.
I don't see anything in here.
It's populating very slowly. I just see a grid right now with G, D, and N just appearing on it. That's all I see.
Yeah, same.
Hopeless will come into focus. Let's try this.
Yeah. If it's a WebM, it takes long. Oh yeah, there. No.
There we go. Let's try that. Well, I can describe this anyways. So this cave that you come into smells strongly of rotten eggs. A large pit in the center of the cave is filled with bubbling yellow ichor. Swimming around in the ichor are dozens of worm-like lava with mortal faces. Scattered around the cave are heaps of filthy linens. In the far corner of the room, 3 women stand around an imposing loom which seems to have been carved from the bones of a gigantic creature. And one of them is in the nude.
The youngest one?
The oldest one, and she looks, let me find this picture.
Finally populated. Wow, this is nice.
Like Nico's.
Look at those things flying. There's birds flying. Wow.
Oh, wait, I know what this picture is. Oh, crap. Hang on, let's let that Instagram sketch up. There we go. She looks like this.
I knew it.
Oh, there she goes.
Corbin will look over at Nico. Raised eyebrow. I
But
feel like you know that one.
But she's in the nude.
Oh.
Oof.
Wow.
Nico screams. Bro, why I'm screaming?
Fate intertwined.
And let's pick that up next week.
And before I go, do I recognize any of these women?
I don't think so. Are you supposed to? Yes. No, are you supposed to? I can't remember.
I think there was an old woman in Amitrius' dream.
Yes, it's that picture I just sent you. And this that one right there.
Oh, when he dreamt, the old woman he had in his dream when he was basically resurrected.
Correct. It's the old
I
one.
figured it might be one of the fates.
Yeah, and she's naked. Actually, we won't be playing next week because I'll be in full tour.
Yeah, that's right. Let's skip a week.
Yeah. So we get to the fates. And they say, hello.
Gonna be an interesting next session.
Oh, well.
Yeah. It was fun, though. And it gives Arcadia 2 weeks now to train new people.
No, we're all done. I'm on a layoff, but my next session with you, it will be 6:30 in the morning for me.
6:30. You gonna be
Where
in
you
Yeah, I'll be home in
Canada?
Seattle.
Oh, Seattle.
No, I'm gonna be home in Seattle because we have 4 weeks off.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh, is that why Mad Cow's saying he's meeting you next week or in a couple days or something like that?
Yeah, I'm flying over to him tomorrow.
Nice. No more letting it go. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'll do though.
All right.
I was worried that you guys were gonna fail those riddles. That was kind of funny.
Holy shit! Yeah, well, that's why Arcadia felt it was power in numbers. More
made
people,
Corbin
more
step in
brains
and
to check.
save you. You're in deep trouble.
Honestly,
Well, and it was a good
if
thing
Corbin
because
and
he answered.
Yeah.
but if Corbin and I hadn't held back, we would have turned to stone because I didn't know those first riddles.
I knew the footsteps one, but I didn't know the other
Well,
ones.
it all worked out. Yeah, it worked out. It worked out that we all eventually worked together.
The hardest
Me, I didn't say anything.
the biggest downfall
And
of
the
any,
I don't like riddles.
the biggest downfall of any D&D party, riddles.
Yes. Puzzles.
Yes.
I hate the puzzles.
I love them though, but
Corbin smash.
Yeah, Corbin Smash. That's all.
Corbin smash!
My idea was to at least like keep one person alive in case we fail, to like remove the petrification effect. So I have no idea how this person would accomplish that.
All right. So our stream, we're gonna call it here. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back in 2 weeks, which will be in September. And yeah, thanks for spending the day with us. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.